in a big development, the opposition CPIM has lashed out at the Tipra Motha over its bandh call on September 30th, alleging that the strike is an attempt to divert public attention away from genuine issues. Addressing a press conference in Agartala, senior CPIM leader Narayan Kar alleged that Tipra Motha supporters are leaving the party as they have realized that the demand for Greater Tipraland is unlikely to materialize. He further accused Motha founder and royal scion 𝗟𝗏𝗘 𝗔𝗍𝗍 of trying to shift focus by organizing the strike. He further argued that his strike would only worsen the suffering of the people.
আমাদের যে মূল সমস্যা উপজাতি এলাকার শিক্ষা, স্বাস্থ্য, জাতিগততার যে জাতিসত্তার বিকাশের যে প্রশ্ন, তার শিক্ষা, স্বাস্থ্য, কাজ অন্য 10টা মানুষের যা থাকে, এদিকে মানুষ যখন আন্দোলনে সামিল হচ্ছে তখন তাদের দৃষ্টিকে অন্যদিকে ঘুরিয়ে দিয়ে এই ধর্মঘটটা ডেকেছেন। এই ধর্মঘটকে সিপিআইএম বিরোধিতা করছে। হঠাৎ
Kar, accompanied by other CPIM leaders, criticized the performance of Tipra Motha in the TTAADC, claiming that the party has failed to fulfill its promises to the tribal population.
হঠাৎ করে আগরতলাবাসীকে ঘুমে রেখে একটা নোটিশ বাড়ি বাড়ি গিয়ে পাঠিয়ে দিল যে তোমাকে 2023-24 সালের তোমার সম্পদ কর বহুগুণ বাড়িয়ে দিয়ে বলছে এটা দিতে হবে, এটা না দিলে পরে তোমার জরিমানা হবে। এই শারদ উৎসবের সময়তে ত্রিপুরার মানুষের গ্রামে কাজ নেই, শহরে কাজ নেই, ব্যবসায়ীরা মালপত্র এনেছেন, বিক্রি করবেন কি করে 𝗧𝗏𝗪𝗏 করছেন, বাজার দারুণভাবে মন্দা। এটার তীব্র বিরোধিতা করছি এবং আমরা দাবি করছি এই নোটিশ প্রত্যাহার করো, এই নোটিশ প্রত্যাহার করো এবং সঠিক মাপঝোপ করে যা প্রয়োজন সেই সম্পদ।
Meanwhile, in response to CPIM's allegations, 𝗟𝗏𝗘 𝗔𝗍𝗍, founder of Tipra Motha, accused the CPIM of opposing the interests of the tribal population. In an audio message addressed to his supporters, 𝗟𝗏𝗘 expressed his frustration with the CPIM stance. He emphasized that Tipra Motha would engage in Delhi to assert tribal rights on their terms, not as anyone's subordinate. 𝗟𝗏𝗘 drew a clear distinction between his party and the Communist Party, highlighting their alleged neglect of tribal interests during their 25-year rule in the state until 2018.
जब तिपरा मोथा ने 30 तारीख को स्ट्राइक का कॉल दिया है तो आप देखेंगे सीपीएम हमारा अगेंस्ट है। क्यों? क्या वजह है? जब सीपीएम इलेक्शन लड़ता है तो हमें बोलता है कि आप संविधान के लिए, ऑपोजिशन के लिए आप कैंडिडेट मत दीजिए, लेकिन जब हम तिपरासा के अधिकार के बारे में बात करते हैं तो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में सीपीएम बोलता है बंद मत करो, सब ठीक है, क्यों बंद कर रहे हो? आप लोग क्या हमें गुलाम बना कर रखोगे? आप लोग क्या हमें दबा कर रखोगे? हम दिल्ली से बात करेंगे लेकिन अपने अधिकार के लिए और अपने लाइन में, किसी का नौकर बनकर नहीं। आप लोग ने राजनीति किया, राजनीति करते करते आपने हमको क्या दिया? गरीबी, स्कूल में टीचर नहीं, कोकबोरोक में या कोक तिपरासा में या काओ तिपरासा में अगर आपको बात करना हो तो आपको बांग्ला में लिखना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि हमारे पास नाम का पावर है, एक्चुअल पावर नहीं है। जो पावर मिजोरम के पास है, जो पावर मेघालय के पास है, जो पावर नागालैंड के पास है, वो हमारे पास नहीं है। ऐसा किसने किया? ये पावर किसने हमसे छीना? ये पावर किसने हमको नहीं दिया? आपके 25 साल के सरकार ने। आज आप लोग बोल रहे हैं कि संविधान खतरे में है, आपको संविधान से इतना प्यार है, तिपरासा का प्यार कहाँ गया आपके पास? डोंट फॉरगेट, जो कांच के घर में रहते हैं वो दूसरे के घर में पत्थर ना फेंके, वरना एक्सपोज हो जाओगे। बोबागरा, टिपरा मोथा, टिपरासा, यूथ बुरुई सब एक आवाज़ में बंद करेंगे और दिल्ली को एक मैसेज भेजेंगे कि हमारे बारे चिंता आपको करना पड़ेगा। सीपीएम को अगर तिपरासा के बारे चिंता नहीं है और वो अपोज करना चाहते, करो, मैं दिखाता हूँ कि असली जंगल में शेर कौन है।
All right, the Communist Party of India has the Communist Party CPIM has taken a stand against the upcoming day-long strike called by the Tipra Motha party on September 30th, alleging that the strike is an attempt to divert public attention away from genuine issues. Well, senior CPIM leader Narayan Kar, a former MP, has accused the Tipra Motha supporters on realizing that the dream of Greater Tipraland, which was promised to the tribal community, is unlikely to materialize. And in response to CPIM's allegation, as you've already heard, 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗓𝗏, he accused the CPIM of opposing the interests of the tribal population. All right, Numo, we are being joined live with my colleague from Tripura, Pinaki Das. So, Pinaki, the opposition CPIM has lashed out at the Tipra Motha over its bandh call on September 30th. So, what more details do you have with you right now to share with our viewers, Pinaki?
CPIM is of the view that at this point of time, when the people, particularly in the TTADC, are suffering, going through suffering because there's no earning for the people. MG and Rega has gone down. They are suffering in the sense the health sector is in poor condition. These are the allegations that CPIM is bringing. There is no employment, no earning, no crisis of water and other things which the government, present government and the TTADC where the Tipra Motha is in power could not fulfill their promises. At this time, Tipra Motha has called for a bandh. It is very unjustified. That is what CPIM is saying. Thereof, the CPIM former MP Narayan Kar is of the view that why this bandh? There's no reason behind this bandh, because at one side, if you see, 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗄𝗏 is claiming that talks for Greater Tipraland or the constitutional solutions are going on positively. At the same time, he is saying we are calling a bandh on 30th on the ground to keep pressure on the government. So CPIM is raising a question when 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗄𝗏 was seen with the senior BJP leaders during the just recent ended by-election at that time, which gives an advantage to the ruling party, particularly when the voters were a little confused and the opposition had called for the unity in the opposition to keep pressure on the BJP. Why at that time he had gone to meet the Home Minister, which 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗄𝗏 has justified by saying that when a Home Minister calls, he has to go because it's India's Home Minister. But CPIM has its own, its wound is still very new till now. It has not is new when it has lost badly two of its seats, particularly the Dhanpur and the other Baksanagar seat, which were once in where the CPM was, the MLA was there. Only recently he passed away after the by-election was called. So that wound is there, and in which Tipra Motha had clearly said that they are not going to support any party, though initially there were talks with the CPM leaders, Tipra Motha and the Congress, though Congress still is in the India bloc with them. So CPM is targeting Tipra Motha also and 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗄𝗏 also, because the CPM leaders are alleging that they came to power with the dream of Greater Tipraland, and now the voters are realizing, the supporters are realizing it would never going to happen, and people are leaving Tipra Motha and going to the opposition, other parties against the Tipra Motha. So that is why Tipra Motha is now again trying to give a stand or consolidate its supporters, and that is why this bandh has been called. That is the allegation the CPM is trying to bring in, though 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗄𝗏 has also hit back at the CPIM.
Pinaki, 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗂𝗍 𝗍𝗏𝗪𝗏 has also reacted sharply on this development. We have heard in the audio message that, 𝗟𝗏𝗘 drew a clear distinction between his party and the Communist Party, highlighting their alleged neglect of tribal interests during their 25-year rule in the state until 2018.
Yeah, to be more categorically say, CPM was in power for around 35 years if you see into other than the alliance they had with other parties. So 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗂𝗍 has been always against the communists. He was in the Congress, his father, his mother, they have been in the Congress, though later 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗂𝗍 formed his own party, Tipra Motha. And the worst sufferer was the CPM, because the strong hold that CPM had among the tribal due to 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗂𝗍's demand for Greater Tipraland, and prior to him the IPFT had also given the same call of a separate state under Tipraland. So that has taken away a major chunk of the consolidated vote of the CPM among the tribal, particularly the youths. And 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗂𝗍's family was also targeted by the communists. And he, on the other side, we have seen during the by-election and even before this election early this year, we saw that ultimately 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗂𝗍's giving his candidate in the non-communist seats, though his party is mainly a tribal party, which has always said Poila Jati Ullo party, that means first community than the party. So we can say, of course, it's a party which has been formed on the basis of this community, the indigenous section of people. So in that case, CPM has been on the worst suffering end because of this tribal section people moving from his to his party, 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗂𝗍's party, from the IPFT and the CPM. In such a situation, 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗂𝗍 has hit back at the CPM and said that this party is mainly responsible for the underdevelopment of the tribal people, and it has been always playing with the tribal people and treated them as a vote bank, but had not done enough for their development. While on and he has also said even the language issue, that is the 𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗂𝗏 script issue, could not be resolved due to them. And he has said people living in glass houses should not throw stone at others. So that is what 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗂𝗍 said. Though generally we find that 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗂𝗍 directly does not individually hitting anyone, but he has given a clear message that those who are against this bandh means they are against the tribal. So politics is going on among both the parties, and the recent unity that we have seen in the opposition, or there was an attempt to bring the opposition against the BJP. I think ultimately it will be the BJP which will be benefited out of this fight within the opposition in Tripura at least.
All right, Pinaki, thank you so much for all those details.